I've built rockets out of all kinds of stuff. Cardboard, 3D printers, and obviously model rocket kits.
Yeah, I can't believe we found this in almost perfect condition. It's a little busted. That's crazy.
But today, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be building a rocket completely out of duct tape. Yep, you heard it right. Just rolls of duct tape. So first off, why are we even using duct tape? And well, it's pretty simple. Duct tape is one of those things that people say can fix absolutely anything. But does that mean that it's flight worthy? I kind of doubt it. It's heavy, it stretches, and it doesn't really keep its own shape very well. But it's also weirdly strong when you start layering it. And that is exactly what I'm banking on for this video. If I layer it enough times, I might be able to make something that's kind of stiff, kind of aerodynamic, and something that isn't just gonna fall apart on the pad. So I've got a ton of duct tape, a motor, and a lot of patience. Well, hopefully at least. So the idea is pretty simple. Design, build, and launch a model rocket completely out of duct tape. Now, instead of just trying to guesstimate how big I should make the rocket, I just decided that it'd be much easier to use a mold, like a 3D print, that I found online. So I grabbed this print off of Maker World that fits the shape that I want pretty much perfectly. So I'm gonna print a lightweight version of it and use that as my mold. Whenever it's completely said and done, I know that I'm gonna have a rocket at exactly the shape that I want it to be. Once I wrap enough tape around it, I should just be able to slide the mold out and have a fully done rocket. And if you wanna know where I get this video from, go check out Joe Barnard's video on his hot glue rocket.
Wow. Dude, it's so bad. So it entirely fractured. The whole thing, like without shaking or moving it, the whole thing came apart.
It's really just a funny video that he had that ended up actually becoming a full rocket build. So Joe, if you're watching this, thank you for helping me come up with this terrible idea. All right, so here's what I did. The whole body is gonna be layered duct tape around the 3D printed mold until it can hold its own shape. For the first layer on the body tube, I made sure that the sticky side of the duct tape was facing outwards and the slim side was facing inwards. That is obviously so we can make sure that it doesn't actually get stuck to the mold and there's no way we can get the mold out. But you'll notice that whenever I started wrapping the layers, I wrapped them extremely tight. And that was to try and get the structure as sturdy as possible. But it actually made it much harder to get the 3D printed mold out of the duct tape. So difficult, in fact, that I actually had to use the fin can and the nose cone to try and push the 3D printed mold out of the duct tape that we had just wrapped around it. Well, I found the nose cone. We're gonna try and put that in the little portion down there and push it up. Oh my gosh, we almost got it. There we go. For the fins, I ended up using only one of the fins on the 3D printed mold for the duct tape because that was the easiest way. Once each fin was done, I just slid it off the 3D print and then duct taped that fin to the body of the duct tape tube we made earlier. After that, we did the motor mount, which ended up being extremely simple because what I ended up doing was just wrapping the motor in more duct tape. I ended up basically making just a whole nother roll of duct tape on the outside of the motor. Once I got the size I needed, I rolled the last piece of duct tape onto it, but this time I rolled it inside out, so that when I put the motor inside the rocket, it would actually stick inside. The nose cone was probably the second easiest, behind the body of course, since I did have a little trouble with the connector that connected the nose cone to the main body tube. But once I finished that, the whole rocket was completely done. Taking a look at some of the specifics on this rocket, you'll notice that a normal rocket using this motor should weigh between 40 and 60 grams. But this rocket was much heavier. It weighed in at over 150 grams, almost tripling what the rating for this kind of motor was normally used for. So right from the start, this rocket's maiden flight didn't look very feasible. But now it's time to put that to the test and see if it can actually fly.
Okay, so we're gonna make a little modification to the duct tape rocket because, again, I forgot to make the attachment that attaches it to the launch pad. We're gonna do some really hillbilly stuff to get this thing attached to it. Basically, I'm just gonna wrap a piece of duct tape around the rocket, around the launch rod. Yeah, buddy. There we go. We'll do one a little longer just for safekeeping.
Three, two, one.
Well, coming to take a look at it, it actually looks better than I expected. It actually flew way farther than I expected too. We're not like close, but we're definitely not far away from the launch pad either.
So that is the duct tape rocket. It's not the greatest looking rocket, it's really heavy, and it's not the most aerodynamic either. But it flew, and that is exactly what mattered for this video. The idea for this video was to see how far you can push the limits of something that wasn't made for rocketry. I fully expected this thing to fold in half or maybe not even make it off the pad, but it actually made it into the air. And honestly, it worked better than some of my other rockets. So I would say that's enough for me. So that's it for the duct tape rocket. Now you might be asking yourself, what's the biggest takeaway that we can take from this rocket? Well, it's pretty simple. Duct tape is great for small, non-structural parts, but it should never be an entire rocket. But even still, I might mess with this concept again. I do still have a lot of duct tape left over, so if you want to see me build a much bigger duct tape rocket of version 2, let me know down in the comments below. But for now, I'm calling this one a success. So thanks for watching, and remember to stay curious and aim for orbit.